Hi there, welcome to this week's video where I'm just having a bit of a rant really about preventative healthcare. This week I started looking at doing a quick video on misbehavior versus pain in the horse, and in some of my research it became apparent that a lot of people don't really understand the appropriate and proper preventative health care that's required when you own a horse. There was some research and studies done and interviews in pony clubs in Australia, and it shows that there's a lot of people in pony club that don't understand the full requirements of looking after their horse's health, nor do they consult the appropriate healthcare professionals. This to me is really important because these institutions are grassroots at helping people look after their horses. When you have a horse, whether it's for pleasure, trail riding, or low-grade competition, or high performance, it is your responsibility to look after that horse's health as best as you can. It appears through the studies that a lot of people in these environments feel that preventative care is one, feeding your horse so it's a correct weight. Often, of course, this is too much weight. Getting feet done regularly, and everybody seems to have their own timeline, and worming regularly, which isn't even the new recommended protocol. This really got me thinking that misbehavior is a really big issue in a lot of pony clubs and pleasure horses, and how much of this is really related to suboptimal health and inadequate preventative health care. The studies also looked at where these people are getting their advice on, and it appears that the first person they go to for advice is other friends. They rely on their farrier because there is a regular arrival time for them, or they're scheduled in, and maybe the internet. It appears that a lot of people are not using a vet, or are really hesitant to call a vet. I kind of understand that, right? Because they're expensive to call out, and quite often it's a small thing that, for example, your farrier can help you with. But hesitating to call the vet when a vet is needed really causes the horse a lot of pain and injury, and sometimes it's even small enough that you don't notice, and it is what's causing your horse's behavioural problems. Currently, there's so much attention by animal welfare people with regards to the performance horse industry. I'm here to say us pleasure owners really need to pick up our game as well. Your friend that rides better than you is not your first port of call for your horse's health. Your friend whose horse has a shiny coat is not the person to consult to get the best diet for your horse. There are professionals trained in this, and I really think we need to lift our game and consult these professionals when needed. It really appears that there's a gap between owners' understanding of a horse's mechanism and ways to tell you that they're in pain or have a minor injury, and when owners will get help or advice from qualified professionals. Some of these old horse industries like pony club and horse societies that really do deal with a lot of entry-level people are still working on old health protocols as well. As owners of a horse, it is your responsibility to first and foremost look after the health and well-being of your horse before learning to ride or jump big jumps. Many of the ways that a horse communicates pain is exhibited in misbehavior. Of course, some of these are training issues, etc., but there is also a lot where the horse is unsound and you may not see it to your eyes. You could ask your physio or your chiropractor as well. However, no body worker, in fact, no person has the ability to look through your horse's body to bones and ligaments internally. The only way that can be done correctly is through using a veterinarian and the equipment they have and their knowledge and ability to diagnose a problem. So I'm still doing a video on misbehavior versus pain-related actions of a horse, and maybe how to help identify that, but had to have my rant this week. Stay tuned, and if you are in this situation or you know people in this situation who need help understanding true preventative care for your horse, please subscribe to the video, like it and share it around as much as you like. Thanks and see you next week.